Well, it's somebody who's not a bank but can act as a bank. For instance, the drugstore, the restaurant, the bakery, the corner shop, where we have a banking outlet. Somebody works there on a daily basis so that people can open a banking account or even in some cases is authorized to give credits. We have 5,085 non-banking correspondents, which is what they call them, throughout the country. So we are really doing a great deal, but much is needed yet. The non-banking cases involve 10 out of the 17 banks that operate in the country. And in order to make a comparison in the prior history of Colombia, all of the banking system of Colombia, if we talk about all the branches throughout Colombia, we have 4,420 branches, bank branches. In less than 5 years, we've been able to have 5,085 banking correspondents, which is much more than the formal banking branches. Why is this important? Because there are areas where obviously a banking office would not be profitable, and that's where we're going, through the pharmacies, through the drugstore. We're adapting it, turning into a bank such that those who never had access to credit because they didn't have collateral, because it was too far away, because of whatever reason, now through this system they have access. And through these non-banking correspondents, we've had more than 14,264,680 transactions through the bakeries, through the pharmacies, which are also playing as a bank in the most remote corners of Colombia. Now, what are the main results that we have seen? We have achieved the following. Perhaps the most compelling result, which can summarize what we have achieved, is that the balance of the microcredit receivables went to $350 billion to $7.4 billion, like $5.2 billion in 2006. So it jumped from 732 million to 7.4 billion from 2002 to 2006. So we see a growth of 1,000% in this regard. In the expansion of the banking system in Colombia, well, I was telling you how small this infrastructure was throughout the country, but now we have banking structure for those who are over 18, and we went from less than 30% in 2002 to 47% in 2006 and 55% in September of 2008. We're going to see the closing for this year, but we are hoping to give access to financial services to the young, to the poor, and we're talking about formal services for more and more Colombians. So what comes next? We are going to continue to expand the banking system for everyone in Colombia. We want to take the banking system to all the corners of Colombia. We want to develop a project called Banking in Action, such that the poorest can have access to the banking system in Colombia, to promote the use of banks in even the poorest neighborhoods in the country, and through experiences such as this summit, to come up with new practices, to innovations that we must come up with, for instance, to incorporate mobile telephony in banking and in the health sector as well. For Bancoldex, we should achieve this year 5 million pesos in disbursement, and for the Opportunity Bank, 5 million credits throughout this period. Of course, we can do much better. This is just the beginning of how we're looking to change poverty in Colombia. We need to give more access to credit so that the micro enterprises will be able to increase, so that they can become sustainable over time, and this will mark the difference. As Mr. Yunus was saying, in this job crisis that we have throughout the world, the alternative would be that people in most cases should create their own company, their own business. How will they do that? Through microcredit. Thank you very much.